Hello everyone, my name is Rad Cat and I'm the producer of Ain't Seen Nothing Like This for the Arknights video game. I've been making electronic music for a couple years at this point. I'm a DJ and producer. I started making music when I was in high school, and it started off as just like a hobby. I never really put too much thought into it. I never thought it would get to the point where it is now. It was just something I was doing for fun and to pass the time. But now I'm here, and it's been a cool journey so far. I really got my start in music when I made a remix for Black Bear, and he ended up seeing it. It was I posted it on SoundCloud, and I didn't think he would even see it. It was just something that like I did for fun, but he ended up seeing it, and then he hit me up and was like, hey, do you want to work together? Do you want to produce some songs for me? So that's really where I guess I got my professional start, I guess. And that's where I really started to take it more seriously, the whole process of producing. So let's talk about the song, Ain't Seen Nothing Like This. When Yostar and Arknights hit me up to be the producer for this song, I was actually really excited because I had always wanted to make a song for a video game. It was like one of my goals for a really long time because I actually love video games a lot myself. I grew up with them like my whole life. So I was super excited, and I was also very excited when I found out that they wanted it to be new disco-y and dance pop, basically like modern disco, which is actually one of my favorite sounds to create. I don't know, something about disco and just funky stuff in general, it like makes me really happy. And it's like super upbeat and just, I don't know, vibey. It's one of my favorite things to do, like seriously. So this track is actually inspired by the new event in the Arknights video game. It's called Docile's Holiday. So this is actually interesting because when I did research on, the game and I looked up the images, it looked like most of the game is actually like futuristic and like kind of dystopian. And it seems like it's a serious tone. But with this holiday event, it gives off the feeling of summer. Like it's a carnival, and it's just a completely different feeling. It's like a pretty big contrast. So I found that pretty cool. So even though this does take place in Docile's, and it does have like a summery vibe, and it seems like everyone's ready to party, it still takes place in the world of Terra. So the plot is still as serious as it always has been. Behind the entertainment of the Docile's World Champion show, there's still a lot of danger lurking in the dark, in the shadows, and the characters are still going to have to, fight their way and struggle their way out of it. So after reading through that storyline and where the game would be taking place, it was pretty easy to see that the music should also be upbeat and happy, and I think that's why the new disco-y and dance pop genres really worked for this soundtrack. That disco and upbeat feel really fit the festive like energy and vibe of the game's new event too. So I knew what I had to do to put that feel into sound, essentially. When working with music that is like disco-y type things, immediately what came to mind is I think for me, obviously, using electric guitars, bass guitars, live drums, and then for the effects, simple things such as chimes, maybe some sweeps here and there, maybe like time period accurate effects like synth effects. But generally the song, like disco songs, are pretty simple. They're not crazy, and that's the beauty of the genre. I think it's just really simple elements that all come together to make something really upbeat and just vibey and groovy, and sometimes less is more. And I think for this genre and for this song, that is what I was trying to achieve. Also, the cherry on top was definitely the vocals. They fit the song so well, and I'm just so happy with how they came out and how they were processed. They sound very clean, and also the voice just fits in so well. It's so perfect. So in order to deliver these emotions from the soundtrack to the players, I needed to balance the festival vibe and the emotions that the main characters are feeling. Another thing that needed to be balanced was the soundtrack needed to be balanced with the animated visual, and I think that was probably maybe one of the trickier parts of this whole process. It's definitely something that I had never had to do before, so it was a learning experience for me in a sense, but I ended up getting it down pretty well, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. Everything lines up very well. The music plays during the parts that it fits the best, and it really just came out like perfect. I especially like during the fight scenes, that's when the music is the most energetic, and it fits those scenes so well, and it just looks really cool, honestly. So I'm very thankful to the Yostar team and everyone that was involved in making this song happen, because the team gave me direction on what to do if I ever felt lost, and it ended up helping out a ton, and that's why I was able to get it down like perfectly. And then the singer, just everyone involved, I think, put in a lot of hard work, and that is why this was able to come together. So honestly, yeah, huge thanks to everyone that was involved in this, because it was a team effort. For some final words, I was also very surprised to know that they were releasing this event and the music on the game's 2nd anniversary, which is really cool to be a part of. I just like to really thank everyone for listening to the song. I hope everyone likes it too. There was a lot of hard work that went into it, and it's probably one of my favorite songs that I've ever made, to be quite honest. It's pretty cool. Also, thank you for listening to me talk about the process that I went through when creating this song. It's always cool to explain things like that, because there's so much work that goes into making music, and it's cool to share it with people. So thank you to everyone, and I hope you guys really enjoy Ain't Seen Nothing Like This. Once again, my name is Rad Cat, and thank you. Bye.
大家好，我们是 Arcus， 一个优星旗下新成立的3维动画工作室，目前成立还不到1年。我们主要为公司发行的游戏提供 CG 动画方面的制作支持。音乐是故事和角色起伏、情绪变化的表现，是能振奋人心、传达内心想法的一种途径。这次的故事背景是海岛度假活动，总体是比较轻松的。我们最初对音乐的设想也是希望能快节奏且不断牵动着大家情绪的，让玩家可以体会到在活动中大奖赛的刺激感。
对，我第一次在拿到 demo 的时候，音乐中舞曲的元素也确实给我一种轻松愉悦的驾驭感，特别是副歌部分的情绪渲染，有种让人想跟着一起欢呼的感觉。这些细节让我们觉得特别的惊喜。另外，整首曲子的节奏和段落都特别明确，这也帮助我们很好的把控了整体的画面节奏。从主乐团一出场到他们被包围，再到最后畅快的大干一场，整个画面都可以卡进对应的节奏点里。比如说，音乐会在玻璃爆炸时是重音，标志着战斗开始；而陈因为林雨霞的偷袭抢了他的目标，而怒视的面对林雨霞，这个时候音乐的节奏就会产生一定的转折。陈和林雨霞对柔柔疯狂输出追击的时候，则迎来的是节奏的高潮。音乐也会讲故事，可以讲述事态的走向，也可以讲述人的内心。
因为是度假嘛，这次活动的氛围整体来说还是比较轻松的，尤其是对比之前的剧情来说。在看到游戏脚本时，铁人大赛中陈和林雨霞的针锋相对又不得不并肩对敌的设计，瞬间就吸引了我们。
是的，使用新武器的陈再次展露实力的林雨霞，两人一边协同对外，一边又互不退让，而不断产生摩擦。再加上隐藏在暗潮下的爱丽丝托，这一段内容不仅有精彩激烈的打斗气氛，还额外增添了诙谐幽默的特性，元素还是非常丰富的。所以我们选择了这一段，希望能够在欢乐、有趣味的基调下，将角色及这次活动的魅力传达给观众。我们这次制作了很多场景资产，每一栋房子都有自己的局部磨损细节，这些细节本人也是战战兢兢，不敢怠慢，摸黑爬起来，一条一条的写反馈。因为怕白天反馈当面提吧，我们的制作人员和制片会用眼神杀死我。不过我们最后呈现的效果我还是比较满意的。大家还说要认领里面的房子，每人发一个房产证，也做一做有房一族。
是的，有些关键审核节点或者感到工作压力大的时候，我就会睡不着。睡不着的时候，我就会进公司。有好几次凌晨进公司，我都看到他在偷摸摸的写反馈。为了买房子，我们汤导也是很辛苦啊。哎呀，看看最近这头发又少了呀，
是吧？我也懂你的，对吧？毕竟年纪大了，有些事情发生了，他就会睡不着觉，对吧？保养这个护肤不能省，什么牌子、什么型号，该有的都往脸上抹一抹，啊，保养好一点，对自己好一点。
简单说几个数字吧，我们内部在做陈这个角色的时候，每个阶段至少都打磨了9版，一共加起来少说也有27版了吧。面部阴影的制作方案，我们尝试了4种方式。动画修改最多的一卡改了有33版，从动画到合成修改最多的一卡有17版。其实不是说修改的次数越多就越好，我们的制作方案目标效果从一开始就已经明确和确定好了的。有些修改是制作人员自发修改的，并不是导演或者谁要求的。我们始终相信画面里面呈现的细节和努力，观众是会感受得到的。做一个有所爱、有所坚持的团队，是我们团队里每个人公认的初衷吧。这是我们工作室成立以来第一条上线的作品，不足之处还请玩家老爷们多多包涵，也感谢在制作和上线过程中所有团队内外支持我们的小伙伴们。中国有一句古话叫"千里之行，始于足下"，在途中的我们会继续努力的。
谢谢。